The improved health outcomes of breastfeeding for mother and infant are well established. However, the uptake and continuation is still a major public health issue. Australia has very strong breastfeeding uptake rates, with 96% of women initiating breastfeeding, but only 14% of infants are exclusively breastfed to the 6 months that the World Health Organization recommends. Now, mothers are much more likely to initiate and maintain breastfeeding when advised to do so by a health professional. But the evidence suggests that the knowledge and ability of health professionals to support breastfeeding women is inadequate, in part due to their education. Studies show that a failure of health professionals to provide appropriate guidance and assistance may result in decreased rates of exclusive breastfeeding with premature and unnecessary cessation of breastfeeding. Two studies conducted by Freed in 1995 were the first to identify the deficiencies in physicians' knowledge and training in breastfeeding practices. The large-scale studies examined the knowledge, attitudes, training, and experience of medical residents and practitioners. Through a survey, results showed that less than 75% of residents were aware that breastfeeding carries significant health benefits for mother and infant, while only 50% believed that they were competent at breastfeeding counselling. Now, these findings have been mirrored in research across all of the health professionals, with evidence showing both pharmacists and nursing students underperforming in knowledge questionnaires regarding the appropriate management and assessment of breastfeeding. Now, the research indicates that many health professionals attribute these knowledge gaps and a general lack of confidence to inadequate education and training. However, research into what training is provided is limited. So my research aims to examine the quantity and content of breastfeeding education that is provided to health students throughout their university degrees. In order to do this, the research will be conducted in 2 phases. Phase 1 consists of 2 online multiple choice surveys. One will be distributed from Qualtrics to health staff identified through their university websites, working within nursing, midwifery, medicine, and pharmacy in order to assess the breastfeeding educational content that is provided to students. The other survey will be given to UC students enrolled in these courses to assess their perception of the content. This will occur over 2 months and reach completion on the 30th of September. The data will then be analysed using Qualtrics and SPSS. Phase 2 will consist of a series of 15-minute semi-structured qualitative interviews over a 1-month period with a subsample of academic volunteers from the larger survey. After which the results will be analysed with NVivo, allowing us to identify key gaps in the educational content that is leaving our health professionals feeling ill-equipped to help breastfeeding mothers at their time of need. Now, with this knowledge, we should be equipped to support the development of coursework that can provide health professionals with the appropriate knowledge in an accessible way so we can then support breastfeeding mothers appropriately.